I remember sat there and wanting to dig myself a grave pretty much. Oh my God.
Just punted one of the world's best female downhillers.
I've come to North Wales, a remote but beautiful part of the UK that boasts some of the world's most testing downhill tracks. I'm here to meet a woman that leads the new generation of female downhillers with her speed, her style and her flair.
Who's going to come out on top here today? What a day for Tahnée Seagrave!
Despite winning multiple World Cup races, the overall title has proven elusive.
A real battle raging between these two British women.
Could this be the year everything comes together for Tahnée Seagrave? Tahnée, all right?
I'm good, thank you.
Nice to see you.
You too.
Oh, it's out the way over here, isn't it?
Let's go inside, grab a cuppa.
This is the HQ, the home, your dad's the team manager. Very much a family affair here. You were, I would have said, in one of the best places on earth to ride a downhill mountain bike in Morsey. What made you move here to, you know,
Middle of
quite
nowhere. Morsey is perfect for riding, like you say, it's heaven, but you could only ride for like 2 months in the summer and then very snowy in the winter, so no riding. So I heard that there was a good crew in the UK and kind of travelled a bit and discovered this place.
Yeah, right on. And I mean, it's great. And the family followed you here. At this point in your career, had you decided that this is what you were going to do? That you wanted to be a professional downhiller? Because I guess you probably still weren't like full-time making money at that point, right?
I never questioned it though. It was just, I was just doing what I wanted to do. You know, we started in a tent, like it was just our hobby.
So the early years of your World Cup career were really dominated by Rachel Atherton. I mean, you were good. 18 podiums, 12 of those podiums, Rachel actually had won. Looking up at Rachel on those podiums, did it inspire you? Because, you know, you two are the two big women in downhill, the two big British women in downhill, and there's a rivalry there as well.
Yeah, but no, for sure. Like, the rivalry is so high, I don't think anyone would ever, like, understand. We have a lot of respect for each other, and growing up, Rachel was my ultimate hero, you know.
She was.
I strive to be like Rachel. But the thing is when you're the one who's to beat, you know, everything changes. That transition for me was quite hard at the time, but I kind of accepted it and, you know, took it as a compliment and took it in as a good way, yeah.
Your first World Cup 2012, it was surprisingly a long time from then until 2017 when you won your first World Cup.
It was hard. There was a point where I thought, I'm not sure this is gonna happen.
Is there ever a period where social media got too much? Because, you know, you've got nearly 300,000 followers on Instagram.
Crazy. Like, you follow everyone in the industry and you don't realise, but, you know, every post, oh, they've had a great day, oh, they've qualified first, oh, they're feeling confident, oh, I feel like racing, that's not good.
And get in your head.
So I have to, you know, the first time I turned my phone off was the day I won my first World Cup.
Never.
So
that's the habit that's staying. That's it.
There we go.
Phone's done on them weekends. That's right though, isn't it?
It's just me focusing on what I needed to do.
I think you're going to enjoy this. We're going to have a look back.
Tahnée Seagrave gets in the zone.
I look so nervous.
Yeah, you were, weren't you?
This is a huge run then from Tahnée Seagrave. Remember, Rachel Atherton is out with injury. Massive opportunity for the rest of these riders. And she extends 1.3 now. And Tahnée Seagrave wins her first ever World Cup. It's been a long time coming.
But I walked away from that race not very happy knowing that Rachel wasn't there.
Honestly?
That wasn't a win for me.
That wasn't a win for you?
It was bittersweet.
It's incredible the way you say that. I mean, that does massively highlight that intense rivalry between you.
Oh, it's insane, yeah. Then I was like, right, now is the next goal, which is, you know, to beat everyone there fair and square. So.
Which you did. MONT-SAINTE-ANNE. Later that year, it couldn't have been further away track-wise, really, from Lee again.
Seagrave's miles ahead. This will be the new benchmark. And Tahnée Seagrave takes the win here in MONT-SAINTE-ANNE.
This one for me is probably, to this day, still one of my best wins, I think. It wasn't just that I'd beaten Rachel. I felt like I'd ridden how I knew I could ride. I'd shown the world what I was capable of. I kind of learned that the only thing that I need to focus on is my riding and that clock, because that's the only thing I'm racing at the end of the day.
Probably a healthier way to look at it.
I didn't win for a long time is because I was so focused on that one person and not actually on my own riding.
By this point, then, you'd got a real taste for winning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seems that way.
Yeah. Well, that's good, because you kept winning.
So here comes Tahnée Seagrave. It's going to be the fastest time of the day. Seagrave goes fastest. Here comes Tahnée Seagrave, snatching away the lead from Atherton.
You don't often show emotion like that, actually. Even though
I
there was
forgot.
one rider left. Oh, did you?
That there was I thought I'd won at this point.
Just still pumping the air. Yeah, minutes afterwards.
And yeah, I kind of sat down and saw Monica's time come up that was faster than my top speed. Or wasn't that far behind, and I remember sat there and wanting to dig myself a grave pretty much.
Has Monica Hashnick done enough? She crosses the line, third, 1.6 back.
And in 2019, you started, to me, as the favourite. Like, you're only getting better and better, and you proved it in Maribor
Yeah.
with your 7th win. First time you'd put the leader's jersey on then and left it, what did that feel like?
It was a bit surreal. It was a bit like, oh, this is nice, but you don't want to get attached to it too much because, you know, like that, it can be gone, as we saw.
You said it. It did get taken off you very quickly at the next round.
Very brutally.
Very brutally. First run, wasn't it?
Yeah. The weather was really bad, like sideways wind and stuff. It would rain so much. Front wheel dug into a hole and I just went straight over the bars into the rock garden. Doof!
It was like that?
Yeah, hit the shoulder and I thought that's not right, and I remember looking over and I saw Boris, the photographer, and he kind of looks at me and looks at my shoulder and goes, oh, no, 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 no. And I'm like, oh, wow. I'm like, thanks.
Was it an option not to have surgery and still try and go for the title, or not really?
No.
You took your time out getting over that injury, and then you came back to the World Championships and, well...
Tahnée Seagrave in the start hut.
I was super scared. I remember thinking I don't want to crash, because if I crash, I'm done.
Carrying great speed there. Definitely possible for Seagrave. It's going to be close, but Nicole holds on.
Couldn't be disappointed with the silver medal, right?
No, Pom-Pom deserved it. She worked so hard towards that. It was insane.
So, 2020, I feel like this is your time. Is that how you feel?
I wouldn't put it like that, but I feel like I need to make the most out of every day. And I've realised that I'm not bulletproof. You know, I could get injured again. And obviously, I've had the taste of winning, so anything less than that for me is just not quite as satisfying.
Your dad, he's a bit of a visionary, right? Because I had a T-shirt made for you, right? Can you tell me? You tell me about it. I've only heard the rumours.
Yeah, he made me this T-shirt. I don't even remember being that much into biking at the time. But
Dad was.
so he sprayed me this T-shirt and it says Tahnée World Champ 2013.
And you were.
And I was, yeah, which is mad.
Mad. And where is it?
In the office.
And is Tone in the office?
Yeah.
And is he wearing that T-shirt? That'd be a sight, wouldn't it?
Could you imagine?
Tone, knowing you, I can see why you've got your own office at the HQ here. They keep you out of the house as much as possible.
Try and keep away from them.
And Tahnée, the last thing she sent me over here was to find that T-shirt. That premonition came true. That's mad.
Yeah, it was just a bit bizarre. Tahnée was starting to enjoy cycling a lot, especially as we moved out to Morzine. And then the World Champs was on at Leger.
What year was this?
2004.
All the way back there.
Yeah. So she wanted something to get signed, so we just made that up, and off she ran and got loads of signatures on it. No, but yeah, I don't know whether I worked it out right on when she could win World Champs.
It should have been 2012. First year as a junior down Ella.
Yeah, but in actual fact, I got it wrong.
You're a visionary.
Which Whoa.
Yeah. She was just a kid, really, in Morzine, riding about on bikes. Did you see potential in her? Who made the decision to go racing?
She wanted to go racing.
She wanted to go racing. She led that.
Yes.
Can you remember then in France going to the first race with Tahnée, what it was like?
Yeah, but it was all very French, and we didn't really know what was kind of going on. I mean, she struggled for a long time, especially as we were running the chalet. I was flying back to London to try and get some work. We were doing it all on a shoestring.
It was 4 years that she was in elite.
Yeah.
Before she won a World Cup.
Well, exactly.
And we're only saying it's a long time because we know how good Tahnée was and is.
Yeah, no, totally. You know, niggling injuries here, there and everywhere that we couldn't get sorted out. We didn't have the backing to do it. We didn't have the knowledge at the time to do it all. But I did see...
It's been a stressful experience.
It's still a stressful experience. I got air normally.
You know, I've seen you be incredibly emotional, as any father would be. But you're also the team manager. Is it difficult to separate the roles, to get rid of that father emotion when you need to be a team manager?
Yes. Yeah, it is. I'd lie if I was saying it's easy to go there and split, but it's not. As you know, the smallest things as parent and child can turn into a massive deal.
Yeah.
You know, and it gets blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
But I do find now, I tend to stay in the motorhome and stay out of everyone's way as well, which is another thing that I've learned to do. It's much better for me to do that.
So it's been a learning process for you
Massive
as well.
one for me. Massive one for me. I thought I knew everything.
Yeah.
But no, you know, anyone that turns up and thinks they know everything is a fool, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, you're right. That's right. Chaos Tahnée. I've got to ask at this point the names. They're a little bit out there.
Yeah. So Tahnée was meant to be called Chaos. My wife said to me, there's not a chance in hell that any child of mine is ever going to be called Chaos. So she was called Tahnée. And then when she was pregnant with Chaos, I was like, yeah, we got this. We got this in a bag. Chaos all the way. So I was refusing to come up with any other names. So my wife didn't come up with any other names. So he didn't have a name. And then she kind of gave in.
It stuck.
And for the first 2 years of his life, my wife said his name quietly, everywhere.
What?
If Tahnée and him walked off at the supermarket, she'd be like, Tahnée, Chaos. But I've got to admit, his name, I mean, you know him quite well now, and yeah, it really does fit him.
Yeah, you've done well. That's two premonitions really, that you've got right. So tomorrow, Tahnēe's taking me to one of, I don't know if it's one of her favourite riding spots.
Are they taking you to the bank?
The bank. Yeah, like this, is it? Right, what's up?
No, good luck.
Why?
Put it this way, it'll be a fun day if you survive.
What, that bad?
Yeah.
It's my second day here in Wales and, well, it is Wales. It's been raining all night, it's still coming down. Tahnēe's a bit worried that the track she had in mind is so steep that even throwing out an anchor won't stop her. So we're going to go somewhere else. Be honest, I think it's probably the right move. I'm quite relieved. So here we are then. Chaos has joined us, your brother. All right. What's this one like in Tahnée? Am I going to get down this one?
It's nice and chilled. It's one we come to when we're just on a nice easy day. So
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll love it.
Been down a lot of nice and easy trails with athletes. Doesn't always work out. Woo! I can't see, I've got mud in my eyes.
I just punted one of the world's best female downers.
Oh, that's good, wasn't it? Huh? I enjoyed that. Got some amazing trails around here. You've come close to taking the overall twice before.
Could this be the year you do it?
Oh, I hope so. I can only give it my best. Competition's pretty tough this year, Valley
is.
Hole coming through and all that, so
That's right.
yeah, I'll give it my best every round and see what happens.
It's going to be a fight. I look forward to seeing
Yeah.
it. Chaos as well. Thanks for having me. Thanks very much for your hospitality and good luck.
Thanks, Rob. Am I meant to as well? I don't know.
Lovely trail. Oh,
Whose idea was this? I tried to avoid the puddle and just failed miserably.
I'm trapped, mother.